sure that we'll still have problems.
My name is Shani Hill, and I'm the tour director for the 2011 Indian Adventure Cycling Expedition. I'm ultimately responsible for keeping the tour on track and keeping the riders safe from one hotel to the next and onward to the end of the trip. For most of us who had never been to India, the biggest question was like, how are we going to cycle in India? There's so many people, there's so many cars and traffic.
So that was an intimidating factor to me. How are we going to find a place to cycle and enjoy the cycling on a continent that has over 1 billion people?
It's been, in a lot of cases, the exact opposite. The cycling's been enjoyable. We've found great back roads and village roads that are not only pleasant for cycling, but more interesting culturally than the highway.
India in some ways surprised me because this is a culture that has bicycles and motorcycles here for a long time. As a result, the driver seems to know how to maneuver around bicycle, give them some distance. At times it looks dangerous, but it isn't. And particularly in one way, because the vehicles are not able to go the same speed as they go in places like Canada.
We're not a typical bicycle tour company, so we put a lot of onus on our clients to navigate for themselves. We do a whiteboard with instructions every evening to give them all the information that we have, but then we expect them to use their own maps and their own skills to ask directions and to figure it out.
We allow a lot of freedom to the riders. The riders really feel they have they have an adventure of their own.
Every day I go out early and I use my notes from our scouting trip and our GPS and our maps, and I set the route. And so as I go, I'm tying this orange fluorescent tape at poles on intersections. Normally, if let's say it's a right turn, I'll tie a bit before the turn and then a piece to the right after the turn, just to give them the reassurance.
Security is a key element, but at the same time adventure is a key element, and we design it in such a way that people have a lot of freedom, certainly, but at the same time that we have some sort of a knowledge and control of what's going on during the day. For example, we start at 7 o'clock in the morning after sunrise so that people don't go out into the darkness. We have a lunch, which is sort of a control ability to see if every rider has arrived and has anybody had any difficulties and so on. The most important element to me is that people keep the larger perspective. It's not about the comfort in the hotel. It's not about it. It's not about even getting sick for diarrhea for 3 days and then saying, what a terrible trip. In fact, all of this in some way are probably important element of living, of appreciating what other people go through, what are the conditions, etc. What it is for me, the most important thing for me is that they're here, they're putting themselves on the line, and they're doing it, and they come and finish it in one piece, healthy. And that's what I hope for everyone.